Alright, let's get started. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's going well. Tonight's going to be a short stream. I just want to do one thing tonight and then we'll continue on. So, over the weekend I have implemented more of the... I've done the new folder and... for the API. I've done the API for the new folder and new link. There's still a lot that I've got to do with the delete and so forth like that, but that's coming along. I just need to do the front end for that kind of stuff too, but also at the same time I need to build in a welcome button for the file upload. So let's get that started. So I've started doing it. It hasn't come far yet. As you can see, there's still quite a lot of things that we need to fix up. So for example, this thing is declared but never used. Oh yeah, that's just because we never did anything like that. And then this is possibly null. Actually, now what is it complaining about? Alright, so I'm gonna have to do this properly and so forth. That, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get far with this. I literally just copied and pasted in the welcome input into here. It's going to be very, very similar. All right, let's get this started. Let's go npm run dev. We're going to jump over to the local, and we're going to go local app. And at the top, we're just going to go... Actually, let's just delete that. Let's go welcome. This is the file upload. Now we're going to need a couple of things. So we'll need a label. We'll need a tooltip. Actually, no, we'll just need a label. And we'll just have upload a document. Something simple, something easy. We'll get rid of that. There we go. We need to import this. Oops, wrong button. Oops, wrong button. Oh, and we need a model. I think that will be it for the moment. We'll figure out all the types and so forth like that next. We just want to get stuff in here as fast as possible. Model. There we go. This is still complaining. Oh yeah, we just need to import that. Easy done. All right, let's go to the local host. So there it is. It looks ugly, but you can click on it and it'll bring up what you need. But yeah, it looks ugly. That button, so if I click that, yeah, I don't like how that button looks. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Give me a couple of seconds. Sorry, I'm just I'm just bringing down this. Desktop, that's all happy and hunky dory. Now this would be for the file upload. tab. So we're definitely doing that. We're definitely doing that. Just got a couple of things out of here. Here they are, check all elements for, yeah, that's a constant to do type of thing. So for the file, I'll just do this so you guys can actually see. This is for downloading stuff. All right, not a problem. We'll move on to this one. This is kind of what we want. Oops, wrong screen. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Let's do this. I was thinking more something along this. I'll zoom in. Ooh, maybe too close. So I was thinking of having like the browse here and the choose file, and it's all one sort of component and so forth like that. So I've got to move. So at the moment, you can see there's a bit of padding around that. So I've got to remove that padding. I've also got to make that button in there fit. I'm going to make the text sort of stand out. So yeah, I don't know. There's one thing which I don't know. Oops. Got this in the Mac format. There you go. What happens if we are using? Oh my God! Stop fucking taking the focus away. What if we're using it in a different language? So it's got choose file here. This should be it does. Oh wait, hang on. Give me a couple of seconds. Let's actually look this up. Mozilla input type file internationalization. So the input element type file lets the user choose one or more files from their device or storage. Once chosen, the files can be uploaded to the server using full permission, all that kind of fun stuff. All right, cool. Now it would be like that. So, oh, sorry, I think what's happening. Now, we're not going to limit stuff. That's perfectly fine. The good news is a lot of the code that we've got already will actually be utilized for this. So it's a lot of copy and pasting from the existing method. I just want to get the look down, and that will include internationalization. You know, I'm at the moment going to assume that the browser handles the internationalization. So if this is in a different language, it will appear in a different language. I'm fine with that. All right, cool. So, oh, sorry, big yawn. I'm gonna have to try and fix this up now. So let's go over into the file upload. So instead of the welk text input, oops, sorry, sweetie. It's gonna be welk file input. Easy done. We've got that's all the same. That's perfectly fine. That's stock standard stuff, which we're doing and this. We've got the error message now. We start doing stuff that is scoped. I am going to grab the text input. Ooh. That's because we actually have some CSS that's a little bit higher. So we've got an input CSS, which deals with a lot of the different inputs and so forth like that. That way we don't need to copy and paste this over multiple different components and so forth like that. It's all in one spot. Everyone's happy with it. Now, if we have a look in here, and I'm just going to refresh, it's pretty basic at the moment. If we go in here and we add in padding, I'm just going to do one REM. You can see that button doesn't fill it in. So what I got to do we're just going to research some things. How do you style the input file button? You don't need JavaScript for this. Here's a cross-browser solution. So there's that. All right, cool. Input, type file, display none, custom file upload. Oh, okay. Display inline block padding pointer. Okay. Not exactly what we want. Oh. Yeah. No. I don't like that. Remember, I'm trying to make really dumb components. Okay. All right. Oh, hello. File select a button. All right. Let's actually, I'm just going to go in here. And what I want to do is I am going to have the welc. This will be file input, like so. Now I'm not going to copy a lot of this. I mean, in reality, a lot of this will be pretty much the same. So if I let's do that. So that pops into there. That's fine. We're gonna run with this. So we've got the welc file input, and then we got the input. And then they're saying, yeah, I know. That's fine. We can go directly with this. Background color is going to be hot pink. Echo 2. Boom. All right. So with this, it means I can now override what we need. So I'm happy with. So I'm just going to get this input CSS. I'm going to put it to the right, just as reference, so I can see what modifiers I'm doing, CSS attributes I'm doing. So with what I'll probably need is I'll probably need an input, and then I need an and then file, select a button, and then do the hot pink that way. Like that. All right, sweet. I'll also need to see what I've done with the buttons and essentially replicate what I've done with the buttons. So I'm going to open up a button. We're just going to open up this. We're just going to put this off to the right. Once again, that's just for reference. We'll come back to it. So we've got the input. We'll have padding. I'm just going to put 0 for the moment. There we go. So that puts everything down into that sort of mode. You'll see where I'm going with this. That will override that. I'm happy with the border, radius, and styles and stuff like that. The box sizing, everything I'm happy with. The compact. Ooh, I might need to do a compact on the left too, but that's not a problem for the moment. Now, I'm going to have a look at the buttons. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. And we're going to go padding is going to be 0.5 rem, 1 rem. Ooh. Ah, whoops. Now that's looking way too big. I understand that. We will get to it. I'm probably going to remove the border. Purposely. Oy, I've done the wrong. Done. Notice how it fits in there now, and it looks like that. Sweet. That's what we kind of want to do. As for the color, this is... Oh, how did I do the color for the buttons? Give me a couple of seconds. I'm trying to remember myself. Colors. All right, we've got primary, we've got secondary, we've got danger, and all that kind of fun stuff. So if I just put in here primary, don't like it. Yeah. All right. But I want this to have a color. But also at the same time, want something like that. Now I've royally screwed something up. Yeah, I've royally screwed something up. There you go. I didn't like that extra layer which is fine. Alright, hot pink. Alright, the hot pink ain't showing through. That's fine. Well, we've got a neutral color. I'm actually going to change that to a blue. Okay. Now the other thing is this wraps around really, really easily, and it looks like this. I think that's it. And yo, Floor, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. And I think Google just translated your message to WhatsApp. I'm assuming you typed in WhatsApp. So yeah, nothing much. We're just doing a new component, just a simple, very dumb upload component. So someone will click in here, they'll go, all right, like this, and there it go. Google it, they change stuff yet. So we've got the CSS how I kind of want it. I'm liking that. It's looking nice. Yeah, it's going to be very simple. And I think, yeah, just having one primary color will work. Now, I need to figure out how to get the disabled to work. So if someone has disabled this, we want it to show that. All right, so I think I've got to do that at disabled there, and then I need to go at and then with the disabled it's number 6. And hello, nothing really. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we've got a usual thing in here. I'm just gonna disable this very, very quickly. Oops. And there we go, different color. Oh, it did disable. There we go, different color. Though I don't like how like that text is there, so I'm gonna say that's fine. Why is YouTube today showing me people who are doing web development live, even though I'm a medical student? I don't know. Well, welcome, welcome. The joys of YouTube's algorithm. So, yeah. And nothing really, nothing really. Ah, that's good. That's good to hear. Alright, so I'm happy with all of that. It looks simple. It's, once again, we're building up dumb components. I don't like how the text lightens out a lot. That's what we're doing. We are darkening it. I mean, I could go full on dark, but also I'm gonna test this out. very, very quickly. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm just gonna go and go disabled. Yeah, that is working. All right, cool. I'm just confirming that's working. So I am trying to implement another component into Welk. So Welk is the component library I'm going to be using for NearBeach, which is an open source project management system, which is currently going through a massive refactor, and it's taking me way too long. Bit off way too much more than too much to chew. That old chestnut. And what I'm actually doing today is I'm implementing the upload button. So this is what it'll look like. It's very, very basic. It's very, very simple. It's not meant to be overly fancy. And I'm getting it so that I can reuse this component within NearBeach. And once NearBeach is finished, there is another project that I want to start on. And that's why I built Welk. So I can use Welk for both projects and customize it. The Welk UI is just a dumb component library. Really dumb. No business logic in it whatsoever. Alright, now the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that this height is the same as these heights and so forth like that. So we're just going to put two of the components together. I'll do this hard-coded. Style, display, flex direction is going to be a row. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And then what we'll do is we'll have the Welk file upload. Label document. Yeah, all right, cool. That'll be fine. And then we'll have the Welk datetime. Yep, that's perfectly fine. And I think those are looking the same. Cool. I'm happy with that. Let's learn how to code a blood flow from scratch. I like it. Yep. Padding 2 pixels. All right. Margin fit. Yep. I like it. That's a good joke. All right. So now that I've got the style down pat, we are... Oh, Fox, you lost a bit of your nail. We are actually going to program this so that way it sends data upstream. Plasma color is yellow, viscosity 100%. Yeah. But, what's the matter, socks? You're like, no false colors. Not in front of everyone. So the idea here is when someone actually uploads something, we usually check the validation. So every other component will check validation. We're not going to do anything different. I mean, we could go trigger upload or something like that. But we're still going to, do the validation and all that kind of stuff too. I'm just trying to think if check validation is still relevant in here. I think... No. And they need to be separate too. Alright. So what I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I'm just going to remove that from there. I'm just going to paste it in there for the moment. We are going to get rid of all the event stuff. We're not passing it through like this. The reason being is we're exposing check validation. And what I want to do now is I want to go upload document like so. And then in here, it'll upload the document and then it'll also check validation like that. Now, I don't know why it's complaining about that. Oh, I'd say it wants to be like this. Hold on. You've classed me H1, I wanna say go to hell. Yep. Need that on a t-shirt. Alright, text input. This is where I grabbed all of this from. Check validation. Yeah, it's just that. I've got it as a const because I had it in that fancy format. Alright, yep, not a problem. We just do it like that. Easy done. I don't know why we had it like that. I'm gonna bring it back to that sort of format. There we go. So that's fine. What we've got to do is we've got the event. We grab the target from the event as the HTML input element. Cool. From here, we're just got to get to the files. Now, the files might not have anything in there. So what we want to do is check to see if the files have any data. So if target files dot length equals 0, no data, empty model, and do nothing. Alright, so we're just going to go model value equals now, empty that, and we just return. Cool. That's it. Now that we've done the null check, I should also do an OR here, target.files equals null. There we go. Otherwise, now update the model with the file. At the moment, we're only going to deal with just a single file type of thing, implementing multi-files. We'll do that a little bit later. Okay, there, Socks? You okay? You got a hairball, don't you? Sorry, my cat's just coughing up stuff. Yeah, so as we go through, it'll be all like that. We're quite happy with that. Now, just checking with the file list. Just wondering what the types are. Oh, so I am looking. And then we've got the check validation. All right. I'm just wondering if we leave it like this for the moment. And how will I actually tackle multiple files? Yeah, I don't know at the moment. I think with multiple files, we won't limit it down to a single array or anything like that. But this, We haven't actually specified what this model is. We've only specified what it should be. So if I just go in here and go file list as an array like that, then we've got this breaks, but if I get rid of that, that's the breaks. All right, no problem. This is why, whoops. So I'm saying it's a file list. It's going to grab that. I'm going to make that null. I can't do that. Oh, maybe I can. Model null. All right, cool. That way, it's an empty file list. Oh, sorry. Oh. That way, I can, with a prop, do is multiple, or has multiple. Type boolean, required is going to be false, default is going to be false. All right, cool. And down here we've got the input. Multiple. That way I can switch it on and off. Now, in my documentation, I've just got to tell the users how to get to each one of these files and so forth like that. That shouldn't be too hard to actually do. I'm just wondering with the multiple, just give me a couple of seconds. It's got to be, oops. It's got to be like that. And then that will allow me to select multiple. And then you got 4 selected files. And with this one, you can only select one. All right, cool. We also want to, if we go back into here, we've got accepted types. Unique type specifiers. Which we can pass through as a string. Required false, default is going to be like that. All right, we're happy with that. And then we just go down here and we're just like, oops. Like that. Easy done. So that gives the user the ability to filter just what they need and so forth like that. So they might say, I just want a PDF. That's fine. Once again, these are dumb components. I'm not going to do anything special with it. I'm going to let the user handle that. So we've got whether it's multiple or not. The user will handle the file list. Now, I'm just going to think about the validation rules. Required might not work in this sort of case, but what I might need to do is document this whole entire widget component. Sorry. I think this component's falling into place really fast. I can't think of anything else that I need to actually do apart from test it. So if I go armed with calculators, that should work like that. If I go to local, I'm just going to go file list. We're just going to put a null in here. It doesn't need to have anything. All right, cool. Easy done. File list, nothing in there. If we select something, we've got that, but that one doesn't actually do anything. So that's should, because it's on a Now, what I got to do is I got to make sure that this information is going to pass up where we need it to. So I've got the local app. I'm just going to close that. We've got the file model, file list as a ref. And we do have an object in there, which is nice. Okay, that is good. Now, one thing which we might want to do is add in a deselect. So someone puts something in there, you can just kill it straight away. That will require some work though, and I can't be bothered about that at the moment. And these are dumb components. Alright, let's test this out. Oh, sorry. Oh god. Yawns are real. I won't be streaming for much longer. Actually, it'll be upload file. I'm not going to do much of anything. I'm just going to go at on change or at change equals upload file. There we go. We're just doing that, and then what I want to do, console log. We want to just put in the file model is going to be the file model value. It's done. That's all I need for the moment. I'm just going to hit refresh on this page so everything comes flying into here. So we're going to hit browse. We're going to hit armed with calculators. We've got the file model, file list, and then we've got the first one, armed with calculators. And we've got the last modifier, done with calculator size, WebKit, and then we've got all of that. And I'm just wondering if I could send that to the backend. Oh, okay. Ah, it's just form data. All right. Let's try that out. files is going to be font data to send equals new form data. Data to send dot. They've got append, don't they? Yeah, append. Let's just go file. Now this will be part of the input dot files dot zero. All right, cool. That will be the. Let's just go. Hold on. We need to do our checks. File model dot value dot length. It's less than 1. Okay, file model dot value equals undefined, or so we're just covering all bases there. Ooh, I'm gonna do it too. There we go. Covering all bases. We'll just return. Cool. Everyone's happy with that. It's like nothing to do. But if there's something in there, then we do something like this. Awesome. And then what we want to do is we just want to go fetch. And we're just going to send it to the current place. Easy done. And then method post body is going to be data. It's going to be form data. Oh, data send. Sorry. Now, this isn't going to work because I don't have a place to send this to. But I want to see it kind of work. So we're going to refresh. We're going to hit this. We're just going to go armed with calculators. Boom. It sends something. Hey, look at that. It failed. Because that endpoint doesn't exist. But I don't care. I'm looking at the request. We can see that it actually sent quite a bit of data. All right, so this is plausible. Apparently really easy to do. So, sorry, just dropped my pen. I'm gonna say I'm happy with this welcome component. This gives us a lot of flexibility. Once again, these are dumb. Absolutely dumb components. A lot of the smarts will be done by the users who utilize this. These are just meant to be shell components, which you just put into place, and then you write your own sort of logic on top of it. It just feeds you the information you require. I'm going to say let's commit this. Yep, add everything, git commit. What are we calling it? File upload. Done and dusted. Now, I didn't do a test. I should have done a test before sending it upstream. There we go. It's run. Damn, that was quick. 62 tests like that. Cool, that's all done. Let's go to the Kanban board. So, actually, the file needs validation. The file upload needs validation. We've got all of that done. Technically, the file isn't a welt component. I do feel like I should archive this card, but I'll keep it there for the moment, yeah. This is about how the files look, and we've already settled on how we want that to look. Yeah, this isn't the upload, this is just how things are going to look. And it's not part of Welk. File upload is, though. Alright, so input for text, that should be done. Add object. Oh yeah, I gotta do the toggles too. Sorry. Multi-select is the next big thing that I'm going to be doing. Alright, this is going to be a really short stream tonight, just because I've been up since midnight. I don't know how I'm awake. But I got what I wanted done. I'm happy with this. I'm going to actually push it after the stream. And we are going to use it within NearBeach, so if we do the mock-up, let's just go into here. I don't think I've got it fully done in the mock-up, but when you click create and let's go upload document, there'll be a little thing in there, and we'll essentially edit it so that way the user can upload documents. So yeah, I'll get at least the CRUD for that working. There's a few things I still want to do with the upload section of NearBeach, but oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do also, the uploader, who it was, and all that kind of fun stuff, and that's not currently appearing. I've got to go back and fix that up. Anyway, I'm going to say let's raid Hypnotic Games, but yeah, thank you very much for being here tonight. Once again, very short stream. I just need to get that done. I'm exhausted. I've been up since midnight. We'll raid Hypnotic Games. They are currently building a game about bubbleheads. So, yeah, thank you very much. And for those on YouTube, sadly you won't be able to join us with the raid, but thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does actually help the channel. So, yeah, thank you.